Luke 18, verse 1 tells us, one day Jesus told his disciples a story to show them that they should always pray and never give up. Man, that is something that we need. Hi, I'm Coach Ricky, and we all need to be reminded and encouraged how we need to pray and not give up. Because many times, I'll just admit, I do want to give up. I do want to stop praying because I just think, man, I don't think my prayers are going to make a difference. I don't think they're going to matter, or I'm just tired of praying. And if you have a loved one that is running from God, or whatever it is that you're facing, you feel like giving up and you just feel like stop going to God, well, Jesus said this parable for you. There was a judge in a certain city, he said, who neither feared God nor cared about people. A widow of the city came to him repeatedly saying, "Give me justice in this dispute with my enemy." The judge ignored her for a while, but finally he said to himself, "I don't fear God or care about people, but this woman is driving me crazy. I'm going to see that she gets justice because she is wearing me out with her constant requests." So we have this lame and bad judge, and he could care less about people or God. A widow who is asking for justice keeps bugging him over and over again, "Give me justice." For this widow, this is her only option to get justice. She doesn't have a lot of money because if she did, she could just bribe him or pay the judge money to just have him do something. She doesn't have friends in high places that are influential and that could go to the judge for her and plead with him to help her out. She is desperate, and her only option that she has is to just bug this guy. All she can do is go day after day and pester this judge to do something. But it works. She wears him down. And so why does Jesus tell us this parable? The message is clear. If even an unjust judge can be moved by persistence, how much more will our just and loving Father respond to the cries of his children? God is not like that cruddy judge. God is not some apathetic judge that doesn't care about people. We have an amazing God that loves the world so much, that cares about us so much that he sent his one and only Son to die in our place. Prayer is not overcoming God's reluctance. The silence of God is not the absence of God. Like the persistent widow, we are called to keep coming and to keep asking, not to convince God to care, but to remind ourselves that he already does. We keep praying because it does matter and it does make a difference. Here's the truth that God answers prayer. Prayer actually changes things. Yeah, not every prayer is going to be answered exactly the way that we want or how we expect or in the timing, but they do matter. Faith doesn't mean that we understand what God is doing. Faith means we trust him even when we don't understand what he's doing. Jesus ends the parable with a question. But when the Son of Man returns, how many will he find on the earth who have faith? Persistent prayer is an act of faith. It's how we say to God, "I still believe that you're good. I still believe that you're working. I still believe, God, that you're listening." Prayer doesn't mean that you never doubt or that you don't feel weary. It means that you show up anyway. Don't stop praying. Don't stop believing that God's grace is bigger than that person's rebellion. Keep lifting their name up to God before the throne, even when your voice trembles and your heart aches. You're not pleading with an indifferent judge. You're coming before a loving Father who sees, who knows, and who weeps with you, and who still has the power to bring the dead to life. You may not see answers today, but don't give up. Your prayers matter. And that prodigal is never beyond the reach of his relentless and pursuing grace. Keep praying, keep trusting, keep hoping. The story isn't over yet. And if you have special prayer needs for your prodigal, let us know. We'll join you in praying. Let's believe together that God is still working, even in the silence.